The voice you are about to hear belongs to one of these young ladies.
Two loves have I, and they tear me apart. Two loves have I, both are in my heart.
What is your name, please?
My name is Jeannie Pace.
What is your name, please?
My name is Jeannie Pace.
What is your name, please?
My name is Jeannie Pace.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one is the real Jeannie Pace and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. And now, here is our host, Bud Collyer.
Thank you very much. Welcome once again to Tell the Truth, brought to you this week by Helene Curtis, makers of fine beauty products, creators of Suave hairdressing and conditioner, and Enden dandruff treatment shampoo. Now may I introduce our panel. First, Mr. Tom Poston. Next, Miss Kitty Carlisle. Then Mr. Don Amici. And finally, Miss Polly Bergen. Panel, will you please open your envelopes and take out your affidavit cards and follow along as I read from this first one. I, Jeannie Pace, managed to work simultaneously at two most unlikely occupations. First, I am a professional singer. I am currently singing in a New York East Side supper club. I have also made records and appeared on television. Second, I am a roller derby skater. I have skated with both the Brooklyn Red Devils and the New York Chiefs. Many nights I have skated in a rough derby match, patched my bruises, put on an evening gown in the team dressing room, and have been out singing on a nightclub floor 30 minutes later. Signed, Jeannie Pace. There you have it for our first round tonight, panel. Three ladies, all claiming to be Jeannie Pace, professional roller skater and singer. And we'll begin this first round of questioning with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. Number 2. What is the second line of Two Loves Have I?
I can't remember.
Number 1, can you remember?
I can't remember.
Number 3, can you remember?
Both are in my heart.
I beg your pardon?
Both are in my heart.
Number 1, who do you record for?
Jade. I did record for Jade Records.
Number 2, who is your agent?
Bill Davis.
Number 3, where do you, what supper club do you sing at?
I'm now appearing at Pillow Talk.
The Pillow Talk. Number 1, what is the object in roller derby skating? What do you have to do to win?
Well, actually, score points.
How do you score a point?
A jammer goes out, circles the track, and then passes the opposing players.
Tom?
Thank you, Bud. Number 2, what's a jammer?
A jammer is the position that has to, the person who scores.
I thought it was something you wore at Pillow Talk.
No.
P-jammers. Tell me, number 3, what key has 5 flats in it? Do you know?
B flat.
Do you know, number 3, who wrote Two Loves Have I?
No, I don't.
Number 2, where is the piano located at the Pillow Talk?
On the side, as you walk in on the side.
Number 1, can you tell me who is GAC?
GAC, that's in a theatrical agency.
Thank you.
Number 1, can you tell me how many flats in B flat?
No, I can't.
You don't read music.
No, I don't.
Number 2, how did you get to be a roller derby expert?
Well, it was something I've always wanted to do, and I went into training for it. I started with the Junior League, and then I went on with the Chicago Westerners.
Number 3, did you go on with the Chicago Westerners, too?
Yes, I did.
Where do you roller derby now?
At 14th Street Armory.
At 14th Street what?
14th Street Armory.
Oh, And when you start to rehearse an orchestra and someone says letter A, what does that mean?
Sing out a few vocal chords.
What did she say?
Sing out a few vocal chords.
Don Amici?
Number 2, who made the song Two Loves Have I famous?
I don't
You
remember.
know, number 1, would you know?
No, I don't.
Number 3, what is the French title of the song?
I don't know.
Do you know who made it famous, number 3?
No, I do not.
Number 2, what is your range?
Well, it varies.
Doesn't everyone?
Number 1, what would your range be?
Well, I wouldn't know exactly. I would say between F maybe and B flat.
Number 3, how fast do you go in the roller skating derbies?
Usually we can pick up speed from about 20 to 25 miles an hour.
Up to 25?
That's about it. And you have to speed now by way of marking down your ballot votes. And if you will do so without consultation, panel, and in so doing, you will select number 1, number 2, and number 3. Of course, the challengers team will receive $250 for every incorrect vote. Everybody voted? All right, Tom, for whom?
I voted for number 1 because I want him to get the money, and I think I'm wrong.
Kitty, which one did you select?
I voted for number 1. They all gave answers that were totally incorrect on music. But I know nothing about roller derbies, but I thought number 1 gave the best answers on the roller derby.
Don, which one do you think is real?
I voted for number 3, Bud, and I wish I could give you a real good reason why I did this, but I can't.
Holly.
Well, I was for number 3 all along until the last question, starting at letter A, and she gave the wrong answer to that. Number 2 didn't know her range, which a singer, even if they don't read music, has to know. Number 1 gave a range that is very reasonable. It's my range. So, even if she's going to be in competition with me, I still vote for her.
All right, and so we have it, the way we voted in playing this, our first game tonight. And we come now to our own peculiar moment of truth when we find out whether we're right or whether we're wrong. So bear with us as we discover which one of these 3 young ladies is the real combination professional roller skater and singer. So will the real Jeannie Pace please stand up? Thank you, Miss Pace, very much. Now, let's check on the rest of you. Number 2, would you tell us your real name and what you really do, please?
My name is Rosemary Strafassi, and I sell advertising space for Golf Digest magazine.
And number 3, your real name and what you do, please.
My name is Rosemary Caruso, and I draw forums and charts for the M.W. Kellogg Company.
Thank you. Well, the panel did rather well, which means there was only 1 incorrect vote for you folks, meaning a total at $250 per incorrect vote, $250 total from Helene Curtis, and, of course, a gift package of all of the fine beauty products made by Helene Curtis. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope you enjoyed your visit. We certainly enjoyed having you here. Good night and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, panel, let's meet our next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is I.S. Malik.
What is your name, please?
My name is I.S. Malik.
What is your name, please?
My name is I.S. Malik.
Once again, panel, will you follow along with your copies of this affidavit? I, I.S. Malik, am general manager for an American business machine firm in my home country. I am also a golfer and have 3 times held the amateur golf championship of my native land. I came to this country to compete in the World Amateur Teen Championship for the President Eisenhower Cup. Signed, I.S. Malik. Panel, you heard as I did. These 3 gentlemen claiming to be I.S. Malik, visiting golf champion. Let's start this round of questioning with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Thank you, Bud. In the affidavit, Mr. Malik, number 1, it doesn't say what is your native land. Where do you come from?
I come from Lebanon.
And number 2, where do you come from?
From India.
India. And number 3, where do you come from?
From Egypt.
Uh-huh.
Well, that took care of that.
That sure did. Number 1, where is the Masters played?
Masters play is the national championship. That was
Where does it take place?
takes place. It can take place in this country.
Number 2, do you know where the Masters take place?
I think at a place called Augusta.
Uh-huh. Number 3, what kind of business machines do you represent?
We represent Remington Rand Corporation.
And number 1, what do you represent?
I also represent Remington Rand Corporation in Beirut.
Don?
Number 2, do you play by the same rules that are abided by here in America? Golf?
In America, I do.
Then what is the penalty for out of bounds?
Stroke and distance in international games.
In international? Number 3, what is the penalty for water?
1 stroke.
1 stroke? Number 1, what is the penalty for out of bounds in match play?
1 stroke.
In match play?
Yes.
What about number 2 in medal play?
Stroke and distance.
Number 3, how much do you have to roll a ball when you're addressing the ball before it's a penalty?
Well,
Do you understand when you're addressing a ball and you touch the ball, how much does it have to roll before it's a penalty?
6 inches.
Number 1, would you agree with that?
We don't have that rule in Lebanon.
Polly Bergen?
That makes it convenient. Number 2, who held the amateur team championship last year?
Australia won. Not last year, nobody held it.
Nobody held it last
Not last year.
There was a tie, or they didn't want to give a prize? Why didn't anybody hold it last year?
For the simple reason that it wasn't played.
They didn't play it last year. Number 3, what's a mashie? A mashie? A mashie.
A mashie, this applies to its names given to the iron clubs, but they are no longer used. We are actually using numbers.
I see.
Tom Poston, please.
Thank you. Number 2, could you name 3 American firms which manufacture adding machines?
Well, Remington Rand, of course, is the foremost.
Is that the one which you represent as well?
Yes.
Sir. Could you name 2 others, perhaps?
Well,
However grudgingly.
I think Burroughs manufactured it.
Burroughs and one other?
Possibly IBM.
Thank you. Whatever else you are, you're certainly a sportsman, sir. Number 1, could you tell me, what does best ball mean in a foursome?
That's when you take the score of the best man on that team, and you count that.
Well, I guess that's it. Once again, it's time for you to mark your ballots and vote. Again, without consultation.
Time for all of them.
And in so doing, as before, you will vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3.
I have to take one last look.
One last look. All right, Polly, take one last look.
It has to be one of them, doesn't
It
it?
has to be one of them, yeah.
Why?
Well, it's just a whim that we have tonight. Vote reasonably quickly. It's only a half-hour show. All right, Tom, for whom did you vote?
I voted for number 2. It doesn't really matter too much whether he's the right one or not. It takes a fine sportsman and a gentleman to answer the question as faithfully and as fairly as he did mine.
Kitty Carlisle, your vote.
Well, they were all marvelous. I voted for number 2 because he told me that the Masters was played in Augusta, but I don't believe I asked the question to number 3. So I voted for number 2 on the basis of his answers.
Don.
Well, I voted, you can see I voted for number 1 first, but while Polly was here, I changed it to number 3. I guess that's permissible, isn't it? You didn't call for it.
Sure.
I guess my reasons for voting for number 3 is that he, I would say, according to my conception of a golfer, he fits it best.
And Polly?
I don't think it's any of them.
You don't?
I really don't. I voted for number 2, but I just have a hunch that That it isn't. Are you competing in the
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I know what you have in mind. A couple of times we've
I
had them
voted
all.
for number 2. I am in the vaguest idea, really. I just...
You're basing this on the times that we fooled you all by having all of them the same name all stand up at the same time. This is the time we would have none of them. Is that it?
I think so, yes.
Huh? All righty. Well, we'll cast your vote anyway and see how it works out, because this, again, is the time for finding things out, and we'll find out now which one of these gentlemen is the real team golfer, visiting golf champion from his native country. Will the real I.S. Malik please stand up? Thank you, sir. I was a little, for a while there, I thought somebody was going to say that a mashie was a fellow who gets fancy with a girl or something, but I...
We ought to wish Mr. Malik good luck.
Yes, we should. Best of good luck. When does the match take place?
It is already there.
It already, and how did you come out? How did you make out?
Oh, we didn't do so badly.
Not so badly?
Don't ask me any more questions.
Don't ask you any more questions. All right. Question period is over, and the votes have been cast. Number 1, your real name and what you really do.
My name is Albert Rashid, president of Rashid Sales Company of Brooklyn, importers of Arabic records and Arabic motion pictures.
Thank you, sir. And number 3, your real name and what you do, please.
My name is Marcel Boulard. I'm the owner of the Hakim Egyptian Art Shop in New York City, and confidentially, I've never played golf in my life.
In spite of that, you scored. You had 1 par there because you had 1 vote, and that was 1 wrong one. Like the round before, we had the same score again. So that means 1 incorrect vote, $250 total for you 3 gentlemen. But I do hope you enjoyed your visit. On your way out, there will, of course, be a gift package of Helene Curtis' wonderful beauty products for your ladies. Good night and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, panel, let me bring you our 3rd team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Harold Shellis.
What is your name, please?
My name is Harold Shellis.
What is your name, please?
My name is Harold Shellis.
Again, follow along, panel, if you will. I, Harold Shellis, am a route driver salesman for a bakery company. Like everybody else, there was one thing that I never had a chance to do that I wanted to do above all others. I wanted to ride in a submarine. For 10 years, I wrote letters, sent telegrams, and pulled every string I could think of. These persistent efforts got me snubbed by the Pentagon, sidetracked by the Navy, ignored by the President, and questioned by the FBI. Finally, through the help of a Catholic priest thousands of miles away in a jungle mission in Brazil, I got my submarine ride. Now I am happy back on my bakery route. There's only one thing more I would like. Another ride on the submarine. Signed, Harold Shellis. Well, you heard the claims of these 3 gentlemen to be Harold Shellis, submarine rider extraordinary. We'll start with Tom Poston. Tom?
Oh, thank you, Bud. Number 2, what are soft goods on your truck?
Well, we call bread, rolls, cakes, and so forth.
Would you tell me what are non-perishable? What do you call non-perishable on your truck?
Well, we don't have too many non-perishable goods on our bakery route, but we have a lot of specialties during the summer, like ice cream and things like that.
Thank you. Number 3, what is a return?
What is a return?
Yes, please.
A return is an unsaleable item, something that you didn't sell out, you brought it back.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 1, people who are afraid of closed-in places are called, I think, claustrophobes. You must be the opposite of that, wanting to get on a submarine. What do they call that?
Must be an extrovert.
Number 1, what was the nationality of the priest in Brazil who got you on the...
He was an American. He was the son of one of my route ladies.
One of your what, route ladies? How did this happen?
Well, she told me about him, and...
How did he get you on the submarine?
I got in touch with him, and he wrote he had a friend down there that was a priest that had just gotten into the Navy and went on to a submarine, and I'd tried for 10 years, so wheels were turning, and I decided I'd try to get him to
And how did he do it?
He wrote to the Admiral, Admiral Birch, and that was it.
Admiral who?
Birch.
Birch? And he put you on a submarine?
Well, he got me at the submarine base at Groton.
And how long were you on it?
A full day.
Number 2, what is your license number?
I have Illinois license. I work out of Chicago, and incidentally, I know you live near Chicago.
What's your license number?
The license number is 41268, and it's blue and gold license.
Number 3, what's your license number?
3K6549.
Where are you from?
Long Island City, right here.
Long Island City. Number 1, what's your license number?
Atlanta, Georgia, GL5641.
Number 3, what is your route?
My route is in Queens.
What is it? Can you describe it for me? Where do you start from? Where do you go? What streets?
Where do I start from?
What streets?
Start from 220th Street. I go down to 230th Street.
Number 1, what's the weight of your truck?
3,000 pounds.
Number 2, how much goods are you allowed to carry in your truck?
Well, we have an unlimited amount in our goods.
Polly?
Depending on our customers, of course. We know our customers. We have 203.
Polly?
Polly.
Polly?
Wait, he just keeps talking.
Polly?
I think that's marvelous. Number
Polly?
3, yes, Bud. Number 3, on this submarine that you rode, now where did you ride it? Where did you get on it?
From Groton, Connecticut.
From Groton, Connecticut.
That's right.
And what kind of a submarine was it? A regular?
Standard submarine, not a
Not
a Nautilus, nothing
I
like
see.
that, right.
Number 2, on this submarine, did you have... no, you wouldn't. Number 1, did you...
Well, he wouldn't, he didn't, and neither did you. And there you are. The time is up. It's time for you now to mark your ballots once more for the third and last time this evening without consultation. Vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. How are we fixed this round? Are we all marked?
No,
Will we be?
probably.
Soon? There isn't much time, so we'll vote quickly this time.
Oh, don't rush me.
I don't mean to rush you, Polly, but our
Not
time is
fair.
running a little short. All right. Tom?
I voted for number 3, as you can plainly see. I should have voted for Polly because I really did like the way she answered her questions the best. But I voted for number 3.
And Kitty, your vote.
I voted for number 3. I liked number 1's questions, but when you asked about his license, he shut his eyes as if he were trying to visualize it. And I thought it was number 3.
And what is your opinion, Don?
I voted for number 3. I don't think you're allowed to carry an unlimited amount, and I think that a bakery truck should weigh more than 3,000 pounds, but I'm not sure of that.
Polly, what did I rush you into? What kind of a vote did I rush you?
The wrong one. I voted for number 1 because I liked his southern accent, and I think that he looks like the most aggressive that would stick with something for 10 years, because we Southerners are like that. And also you rushed me, and number 1 was the fastest number to write down.
All right, let's check it and see whether fast or slow,
And I
how we
wanted
go.
to get 3 right tonight, and you didn't give me time to
Well,
think.
how do you know now? Wait until we find out, shall we? Before you start accusing. Let's see who's what and which is where here, as we learn which one of these 3 gentlemen is the real submarine rider extraordinary. And will the real Harold Shellis please stand up? Panel did well tonight, but I'll tell you what, Polly, I'll consider that...
Don't try to make up, Bud.
All right, I won't. Next time, no makeup. Well, it was nice to learn your story. So, number 1, would you tell us your real name and what you really do, please?
I'm George Thomason with Public Relations for the Boy Scouts of America, and thank you, Polly Bergen. Vote on November 8th. The Boy Scouts urge you to.
And now, number 2, may we have your real name and what you really do, please?
My name is Bunny Levitt. I represent Converse basketball shoes, and I teach the game of basketball throughout the world.
Incidentally, panel, I want to tell you something about Bunny Levitt. He must teach the game well because he holds the world's record for consecutive foul shots. 499 in a row. It's his record. That's some shooting. Well, in checking our score here tonight, it's not 499. Again, there was only 1 incorrect vote at $250 from Helene Curtis. But, of course, the gift package of those fine Helene Curtis beauty products for your ladies. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Good night and good luck to you. To my good friends in Roanoke, Virginia, I'll see you next Saturday for the Harvest Bowl festivities. Panel, that's all the time we have, so good night.
Good night,
Bud. Bud Collier saying good night from Helene Curtis and reminding you to tell the truth. Good night, everybody.
This week's show has been brought to you by Helene Curtis, creators of such fine beauty products as Suave hairdressing and conditioner, Hendon dandruff treatment shampoo, and new Tender Touch dry skin bath oil. This is Roger Foster saying
The preceding program was pre-recorded.
The preceding program was pre-recorded.